Hello everyone, welcome back to my J Bird. And I got a game I gotta show you. This one ain't remembering 1976 and 77. I did use the assistance in this game. But I gotta show you this game, and then as soon as I'm done with the remembering, I'm gonna do a complete series of some serious stuff and showing you reasons where and why a program in an opening, the key places, and I could show you right here in one of them, but I have to show you multiple games to bring it back to show you why this game lost. Okay, I'm in black, and this is my Nightbird to this program or bot, whatever you want to call it. It's a program, 3200. Now I did use the arrows and assistance, and let's do this right now. He opens up D4, D6, F3, E6, and I did use the arrows and I did use, but the opening, I create the opening, I create the theory, and let's see where I chose the assistance. After E6, E4, D7, D3, and there's my Knight's Bird since 1977. After E7, castles. Now, okay, this is all understandable right here so far. All right, this is normal. There's no threats. Okay, I go A6, he goes F4. Okay, still, we can let that slide. It's better off here. I believe it's always better off behind the pawns, but okay. And I told you before in some of my videos where the key move spot should be. After F4, I go H6. Now, in this position, the program should react instantly with, look, see, you can see this push can get in here, but it's its move. But better, more important, this bishop's supposed to be here. I told you before, this is the key place for this bishop. But let's go on. After H6, he moves the knight, D2. Now, that is a great move, but it's too late. You can't do that now, because now look, G5. Now he has to move the piece back. He already lost tempo. Already. So he's basically two moves. This move here and this move here. The two bishops are in the wrong places. After G5, E3, H5, and now he wants to develop this piece, but now I'm already here. It's too late. And if he would have went back here instead of going up here, this could have went. So I'm not a program, and I want to figure out why, the reasons, and I know right now because that bishop wasn't here, that white bishop wasn't here, and that should have been here. But maybe he could still do that and then pull back and still get out of it and still have this up before this came. But with that white bishop hero, after H3, G4, takes G4, takes G4, H2. Now, this is where, from this point, the program, okay, said here, I chose all that, but at this point here, it showed the arrow going up, and I says, oh, okay, let's do it. After F6, G4, G4 takes, and G4 takes. Now look at this. Now you still look at this and say, well, what's the big deal? I mean, what do we got? What's the big deal? He's up a pawn. What is it? He's got 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 3, 7 pawns. 6. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal was, hey, let's go on. D5. Okay, if he takes, maybe I go up here with the knight takes, gain a tempo. You see what I'm saying? That bishop should have been back here in this square. After D5, knight E over F6, G7, G8, H6, G4, H7, F6, H2, G4. Back H7, F6. I thought it was going to be a draw here. After F6, H1, G4, C4, F6, H3. See, his bishop's left out of the game here, and I don't get it. What's and even though I know I got all this is coming out anyhow. But after H3, H8, G3, H4, F3, H2, E2, takes F1, takes F1, F6, G3, G6, F3, G4, G2, E7, E1, castle, and now the game's over. This is it. Look where my king is. It's going to take way too many moves. With perfect play, he lost. There's no way. It's over. And look, his pieces still stay in this place here. D2, H3, F3, H7, F1, G4, G2, H8, A4, G5, A5, H5, F4. Now, I chose the arrows. There might have been different arrows going different ways, but I chose the way I would do it and play it. After F4, H1, F2, H2. Now, after this next move, it takes G5. Now, it told me to do something else. And I says, no, wait. I want to put more on it. Either way, he can't get off this lane. And then it's going to be a check, and then I'm going to take another piece. And then after H3, takes H2, takes H2, F3, F5. And then I said, well, why doing that? Okay, no problem. He's just helping me here. Then I can get a check. We're getting tempo. After F5, takes H3, takes H3, F2, F4, C4, takes G3, G1, G2 check, E2, F4, D1, takes G5, D2, G4, C1, H1, C4, F4, C2, takes G1, takes G1, F2, takes G2, takes G2, D1, D7, C1, E2, C2, E3, B3, C5, D3, takes A5, C2, A2 check, C3, A5, D3, B2, E2, D4, D1, C6, C2, takes D5, takes D5, B5. There's still no easy way to get it. Still. After B5, B1, takes E4, C1, takes D5, B4, A4, A3, D3, C2, E4, E1, F1, D2, A3, C2, A2, C3, D3, B2, D5, A2, C2 takes, A3, C3, A2, B4, A1, E3, A2, E2, A1, E1, and B1. That's game. And I'm gonna play these higher end engines, and I'm gonna bring it to you, the theory, and you're gonna get to see it all, how it should be really done, because it never tells me how to do this, how to It doesn't. If you listen to the arrows and assistance, it'll make you lose or draw it. Okay, this is my opening I created. Obviously, you've been seeing it in my videos, but let's go back. His move, okay, he moves here. All right, so that's a bad move. That shouldn't even be moved here. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get him out of this. No, whoops. He moved here. No. Sorry. He's got to move here. That comes. He's going to go back. And I'm just going to play it out. Like if, all right, and like this. Now, I go. He goes. I go. And then what's he say? He don't like going back here. He likes to go on here. Now we're in this position. Now, he said, okay, throw the knight up here. Okay, whatever. Let's say he just does this. We do this. He goes like this. And he's saved. You see? He's saved. And even though he put that here, I just showed you how it should have been done. He's saved. Now, this game would continue on. Now, normally, with that pawn set in here, maybe I messed up. I was supposed to push the... Wait, I messed up. No, that wasn't the move. I was supposed to go here. Now, I messed it up. I'm supposed to get rid of this because if he passes, I use the bishop. I screwed myself up. Now, there's a move before that. This is what should be done. That bishop comes out first. And let's say he don't take. Let's say he still goes that way. I got to go like this. And then the game goes like this. Then I would go like this. Now, okay, I'm no computer, but maybe he wouldn't have went that way. But I'm giving you similar scenarios to what these programs do. So, but he'd be out of this it doesn't matter. From this point on, he could get out of this and it'd be a long game. Trust me, it's a long game. If he would have went here and it would have went like this, he can get out. It's going to be a long game. It's a fight and a battle, and you're going to make all these perfect moves. And I'm going to try to bring that to you through the smaller programs all the way up to the large one. And this is a large one, but the large one, make the mistake back here in the opening, because when it opened up, this is how it really opened up. And it brought the knight, and right away, once that came up, it's too late. I think if you go, well, I don't know if it's too late now. I'm not sure. So once it's here, he goes back, he goes here. He might need that pawn before the bishop back here. I'm not sure. So, but the game went like this. And obviously you've seen what could happen here, the fork with the, and then now he could have drawn this game right here too. He could have played this game like this, but. And the game goes on like this. And see, we go back, you see it's already, look at his pieces. He's got look at all my pieces activated. You can't tell me this, that you can plainly see it in broad daylight here. But the game went like this, and then he took the knight that way with perfect play. And this is perfect play with black against like two wrong moves, two bad moves in the beginning he did. That's it. Two, I'd say two. That black bishop and the white bishop. The two bishops were wrong. The knights, you can bring it up later, but you have to have those bishops properly set. And that's why he lost this game. But it knows, the program knows. Now I'll go back and play it again. I got lucky that it did the opening like that. And the game goes on like this. And there you have it. Thanks for stopping by. And we're going to have some more. Remember 1976 and the 77.